moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. If you look at Miami, this season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference.
And you know, for the Heat, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. They've got Chris Middleton. Whiteside is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's T.J. Warren, and it's Dragic in the point guard. And for the Heat, Bagley is out there with Morris. And there's Carter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1. Undrafted out of Wichita State, Fred Van Vliet, never the most heralded player, Doris. Well, you know, he says he bet on himself, and it's worked.
No doubt. Van Vliet's belief in himself gets him a 2-year, $18 million contract. But I think beyond that, this man, in the moments that mattered most in the playoffs, proved that Fred Van Vliet will deliver.
Here's Van Vliet after the made shot from Goran Dragic, and he comes up with the deuce. Van Vliet's got his second basket of the game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Carter. Rebound by the Suns. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season. Here's Middleton, and that one is stuffed right through.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Van Vliet. Boy, he just disappeared against Dallas when they needed him the most. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Now here's Van Vliet. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Van Vliet passes to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. One of their keys tonight will be slowing down Goran Dragic. Coach said, you talk about the triple threat, shooting, driving, and passing. That's Dragic in a nutshell. He can hurt you all three ways. Kevin will see which way they prioritize in this one.
Thank you, David. Van Vliet can't get it to go. You know, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Here's Van Vliet following the basket by T.J. Warren. Lets a floater go, and that's 2 points on the layup. Van Vliet's got 6.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
A baseline J. No good from Dragic. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Miami. Trailing by 2. Stolen by Warren. 4-on-3 break. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You can see that T.J. Warren has no problem playing through contact or around multiple bodies. How about the power?
For Miami, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Van Vliet with it. He has 6. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 9. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. From deep three-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 1 quarter. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star.
Basketball, like passion, love, like.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Chris Middleton is out there with Dragic. Then there's Warren. Then there's Harrell. And it's Whiteside in at the center. Now here's Van Vliet. 9 points in the game so far. Morris, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Outside Dragic. To the inside. Harrell trying to free himself up. Whiteside, no good. Inside. And that one's good. Jokic. Jokic has got the lead up to 2 now for Miami. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant two-way big men in today's game.
Here's Warren following the basket by Marcus Morris. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
1:57 left in the second quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here's Middleton. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against. No good from Dragic. Morris against Harrell. Morris kicks to Van Vliet. There's the pass to Jokic. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. And it's 7 points for Jokic.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought, Greg, they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Van Vliet passes to Morris. Here's Jokic. And Whiteside sends it back. And it's Middleton penetrating. Makes it off the glass. Middleton's got 8 points.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Heat.
Van Vliet kicks to Carter. Morris outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Suns trail by 7. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Middleton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Vince Carter picks one up. The Suns shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Middleton hits them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Now here's Van Vliet. 9 points in the game so far. Jokic. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. 9 points in the game so far.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's the Miami Heat bringing. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They never dug too deep a hole for them. And that'll...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
They've got Marvin Bagley, Fred VanVleet out there with Carter, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Morris in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now, here's Warren. Vince Carter missing his last shot. And the shot by Warren, no good. The Heat leading by 7. You talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the first names that come to mind.
The last few seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
Here's Dragic after the Heat pick up 2. To the paint. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Suns have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
Now here's VanVleet following the miss by Montrezl Harrell. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Middleton the pass to Whiteside. Puts up a 3. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket for Middleton.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
Morris finds VanVleet. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Goran Dragic.
Well, you think back to T.J. Warren and how good he has been for the last few years. And yet last season, he took a huge step forward by adding the three-pointer to his arsenal.
And the way Warren improved his three-point shooting last year, Doris, was incredible.
No doubt, Kevin. This is a guy who went from below 25% the year before from distance to making over 40% of his range shots. He did all this while coming close to tripling his three-point attempts. What an improvement. You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Carter kicks to Jokic. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Shoots it up. Bagley trying to free himself up. Again, the miss by the Heat. Suns trail by 11. Middleton looking it over. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot goes in. Middleton's got 16 points.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Bagley finds Carter. Second chance effort and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Heat have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Jokic drops them both.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Dragic. Got it. Good job in the low post. 20 seconds left in the third quarter.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
To the wing right side. Jokic. Again, the miss by the Heat.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Jokic with the steal. And so it's the Miami Heat ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Whiteside is out there with Harrell. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Warren in at the small forward. Here's Van Vliet following the basket by Chris Middleton. A three from Morris. The rebound by Middleton.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Outside Dragic. His three-pointers off the mark. The Heat leading by 7. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. He dishes it to Bagley. Shoots from the baseline, and it's off the back rim, no good. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Here's Dragic. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. To the middle, and stolen by Harrell. Carter against Middleton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Vince Carter picks one up, and the first one drops. Middleton hits them both. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Van Vliet. Carter outside. Here's Morris. Lays it up off the glass. And the Heat lead by 7.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris, adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Warren against Bagley. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Van Vliet with it. Pass to Jokic. Inside. Morris passes to Van Vliet. 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Suns. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds now tonight. He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. Middleton hits them both.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
1:24 left to play in the final quarter. Outside against Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one. The Suns have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Warren. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
T.J. Warren under duress. Big time moment. No problem.
To the paint and stolen by Whiteside. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity. Warren on the wing. There's 47 seconds left in the game. 6 on the shot clock, and that one goes long. Miami with the ball. 4-point game. Van Vliet with the bucket.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And the Suns call time. They're down by 6. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Right side. Misses from short range.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And an intentional foul right there. It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And so here's Phoenix.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, Greg, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L. You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
Phoenix calls timeout. They trail by 7. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
And here's Jokic. And so it's Miami winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced